Being that it regularly happened, this guy should be asking for a hell of a lot more than $100,000.
Yeah, I thought 100,000 was
That's like a poor person
quite
ask.
low.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Once they've admitted, even if it's a low-line employee that admitted.
They were aware of the, quote, problem with the toilet. So they knew it was a thing. Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Welcome to the iKnowBadeaux Podcast.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the iKnowBadeaux Podcast, coming at you from the Slice on Oak Studios. I am Mayor Dave Badeaux of the city of Brainerd, and with me, as always, is my brother.
They should have put some nipples on her costume, too.
Really enjoying now that I've decided to just clip anything is way more fun. Hey, there he is as well, Gabriel Johnson.
Dave, how are you?
I'm doing excellent. How's life?
Life is great. It's cold, but it's great.
Brutally cold. Cold early, too. So recording of this is being done on the 16th of January. Typically, the last week of January, first 2 weeks of February are brutally cold in the center of Minnesota where we are located. It is middle of January, brutally cold.
Haven't been above zero since like Friday.
Yeah, and it's not just that it's cold, it's the wind, and it fucking sucks.
It certainly does suck.
Yes, it does.
Anyway, speaking of fucking sucks, don't tell Scotty he does weird news.
Wow. Appreciate you, too. Fence installed to prevent theft. Stolen from Oak Cliff Church.
Right to jail, right away.
Hell yeah.
It's Dallas. An Oak Cliff Church will have to spend thousands of dollars to replace what was stolen this week. Thieves took off with wrought iron fence panels and a gate that were put in place as a security measure.
Wrought iron fence doesn't sound like it should be easy to deconstruct.
No, it's probably in cement pilings.
Yeah, quote, "We have this finely cut piece of wrought iron fence gone," said Pastor Gardner. So they had to use some type of saw. In fact, red paint from the saw's blade was transferred onto the fence where it was cut. So
It's a clue.
You got any leads?
Leads.
I love that he's Pastor Gardner, but he's more of a detective.
Yes. A reporter asked him, "What do you say to the people that did this?" "God bless you, but the wrath of God will be upon you for taking from the house of God."
Oh, wow. Okay.
God values his fences.
Yeah. And the wrought iron is because this. I'm picturing the individual spikes, spears essentially. Mm-hmm. You've got a fence of spears, the Lord's spears.
Yes. Quote, "We've had multiple break-ins prior to getting the gates. We've had people come in and smash our front windows, doors right here with rocks, and came in and took our media equipment," said Pastor Gardner. Despite what the church has lost, they have chosen to stay in the community. You're supposed to be a beacon of light in this community. Know the way, go the way, and show the way.
Oh, wow. He is a pastor.
So we're not moving. We're here to stay.
I'm guessing it's because he's an asshole. He's condemning people to, let God do the judging, man. Lighten up.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's pretty awesome, though, actually. And, you said the fence got stolen, right? And then I just picture like a computer game, like Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, where they would steal things and they just like pick up the Eiffel Tower and carry it away. Yeah. I'm just picturing someone just picking up a fence and carrying it away like a little animated figure. But then you say wrought iron.
Yeah.
And that's like, oh, no, you had to cut. And that's, it seems more like a fuck you than it does like, hey, that's a nice fence. I want that.
Right.
I support the stealing of a fence put in place to prevent stealing. I do.
That'll show you.
I don't support the stealing of the AV equipment. Don't break in, don't bust windows.
Yeah, no.
But if you take the fence,
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Yeah, this is a church. You're supposed to welcome us in.
Yeah. Be the light, see the light.
Yeah.
I would really like it if they were like, how we're going to get them off our scent? sprinkle a little bit of red paint. Just
We used our orange saw blade.
Yeah.
Inspector Pastor Gardner will be hot on the trail of the wrong folks.
The theft by people who literally cut their way in was likely carried out by people with fence experience. According to this article.
According to the author of the article?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah.
All right. I've got experience with a fence.
Yeah,
Yeah. Who doesn't?
I've experienced many of them.
I think as a baby you have experience with fences.
I'm adding it to the resume.
Yeah, fence experience.
this one time. I would say that someone that like is in a internet video that crashes into a fence probably has the most fence experience of anyone. So I'm not really sure what that means. Huh. They had the fence stealing technology though.
Yes. Much experience.
It would also be
Fence experience.
It would also be fun if they did how people steal ATMs where they break in and tie a chain to it and then just haul it off with a truck. Like an old timey jailbreak, just hooking up a couple hooks to the fence
to the bars.
Wow, what a great story that is just really a terrible story.
Yeah.
There's not a lot to it.
Nope. Kept getting their shit stolen, so they put up a fence.
Yeah.
And the whole fucking fence got stolen. No, fuck that.
Let's show these guys.
Yeah, try to keep me out.
Oh man. Gotta change your name though. Can't be Pastor Gardner. Can't be.
I'm just going to change his name to Gardner.
Probably. Because
He's working in God's garden.
Yeah. He's tending his people are not his sheep, they're his buds.
Yep.
Okay.
What's funny about that is if I'm going to wind my clock back and figure out how I got to the word bud, I was just editing the videos for Batman and Robin. And one of the jokes from that was that Poison Ivy has nice stems. And then the other one says, yeah, and her buds aren't too bad either. So if I'm going to rewind my own gears, that has to be where that came from.
You were
It
talking
always
about...
goes back to Batman and Robin.
Which, oh man, sorry to derail this, but I had to watch more of it to capture video for it. And Maverick walks in and goes, "Are you watching Batman and Robin?" And I just put my head down and said, "Yes." Mm-hmm. Yeah, sad. Why? Because I have to for our fucking podcast.
It's my job.
It's literally my job. All right. Next.
Subway customer complained of numb lips after allegedly finding white powder on his sandwich.
Cocaine.
It's Coke again.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
We've got the snowflakes falling as well. Should we talk about that episode real fast where we just had the Coke piling up as we went, or should we just leave it alone?
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
I don't. Just for some reason we kept saying cocaine. I don't know.
Cool story, bro.
Maybe there's a reason for it. Maybe there's not. Anyways, continue.
A customer at a Reno Subway alleged that he bit into a sandwich and felt his lips go numb, according to a report by Northern Nevada Public Health, the agency responsible for health inspections.
He complained?
Yeah. In Nevada.
Well, white substance in Nevada could be other things. So,
Yeah, I'd complain.
yeah.
Inspectors arrived at the Subway in mid-December after receiving a complaint from a customer who claimed a white powder on their sandwich made the customer's lips begin to feel numb. The person in charge of the South McCarran Subway told inspectors on site that the restaurant had received a new shipment of Parmesan oregano bread topping mix, which seemed to include more Parmesan powder than normal.
It's the Parmesan.
According to the report, inspectors observed that bags of the Parmesan mix had a higher cheese-to-seasoning ratio. The person in charge of the Subway stated they planned on sending it back.
How to get on the sandwich.
Yeah.
It goes on the bread.
None of this explains why there was cocaine on this man's sandwich.
No, it was Parmesan.
No, none of this explains
That gum numbing Parmesan.
a higher Parmesan ratio doesn't explain the cocaine.
Inspectors also observed no construction issues or paint chipping near the food prep area that may have resulted in a physical hazard entering the food product.
Oh, okay.
There weren't any paint
No
chips.
red paint.
I don't see anything else in here either. Do you see anything?
Just check with the boys down at the crime lab.
Okay.
So
who's seasoning their cocaine?
That sounds like a great business endeavor.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Not
Pumpkin spice cocaine?
that I know, but I don't think cocaine tastes very good.
Well, I mean, their flavor is everything else.
Right. Let's get
Tobacco?
some strawberry.
Taco
Let's get some
flavor?
strawberry cocaine.
Taco flavor.
Taco flavored cocaine. Okay. Well, that's a bit spicy.
I think most cocaine is taco flavored. But yeah, I mean, there's flavored tobaccos. There's flavored alcohols. Why would there not be? There's
Ooh, a
flavored.
pepper infused cocaine.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah. Mint.
Ooh, minty fresh cocaine.
Yeah. We're onto something.
I actually think that's a good idea.
If only we knew where to get a bunch of cocaine.
Crow Wing, Minnesota.
Oh man, it's just piling up again. It's just piling up. All right.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Okay, is that the end for that one?
Yeah, that's...
Season your cocaine, folks. Season it. I don't know if oregano is the right answer, though. Parmesan, maybe.
Yeah.
A little
Parmesan would be
A
nice.
little Parmesan. All right, next.
Okay. Let's see what to do next. Here's just a headline for you. Woman hired to investigate racial harassment within Davis School District files lawsuit, accusing district of discriminating against her.
She found it.
All right.
Yeah, I think that kind of speaks for
Yeah, I think it does.
Successful consultant.
Worth every time.
Yeah.
And then some.
Yeah. Come to find out.
What a good business model, though. Like, what else can I investigate? Let's see if I can get people to hit on me.
Yeah.
That's great. I love it. Okay.
Toronto bans tobogganing at 45 hills across the city, says councillor unhappy with the move.
The move of tobogganing? Like he's mad
The
about
move of
banning.
banning it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's on the right side of
He's
history.
not, oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he says he's not happy with the move because there are more important issues that should be drawing the attention of city staff.
No. Well,
I think that's now the most important issue. We need to make tobogganing legal again.
yeah, but I like this. I like the cut of this man's jib because, yeah, if you ban something, and we've done this at the city, who's in charge?
Yeah. How much does a hog scale even cost?
Yeah, we had
what?
a hog scale. We had an issue one time. People wanted
Potbelly pigs.
potbelly pigs, and our city. What was their title at that point? Because it was Ostergarten. What was his title?
City planner.
City planner. Our city planner comes with a packet of information.
With a plan.
Well, it was, I just want you to have the facts. And one of the facts was that potbelly pigs can grow to be.
They can grow to be about 80 pounds.
Yep.
So we should probably set the ordinance that we can have pigs as pets,
Yes.
but not above 80 pounds.
Yes, because they're no longer potbelly pigs. Now they're full on hog. Gabe Johnson says, who's weighing these pigs?
They gotta go to the vet.
Wait, well, that's great. Let's set this rule, and then you tell me who's weighing the pigs. So he's absolutely right. Like you've banned the tobogganing, and now we have the Inspector Gardner tobogganer. Seems weird though. 45 hills, not all the hills.
Maybe 45 is all the hills.
I bet there's more than 45. It's a big city.
It has to be. But what's the point? Why are we banning tobogganing of all things?
Especially in Canada.
Yeah, I thought that's how people got to school.
Bradford, his name is Brad Bradford, by the way.
Of course it is. Put it on the list.
Councilman Brad Bradford. Said he realizes the ban is in place due to liability concerns, meaning if a person tobogganing on a hill in the city gets injured, that person could sue the city for damages.
That is exactly what happens with every single item that has ever happened in a city ever.
Anytime a bureaucrat doesn't want to do something, they
Yes.
go to legal and say, "Well, you say there's a liability concern here."
Yeah. Yeah.
There always is.
Could someone get hurt walking? Ban it. Ban the walking. So that's it. Just
So
somebody might get
nothing
hurt.
happened,
They banned it.
but nothing happened like to cause them to ban it. They just preemptively banned tobogganing.
Yeah,
A bunch of
there
assholes.
wasn't an incident, as far as I can tell.
This man has a point. There are much bigger issues to deal with than worrying about who is going to catch toboggans.
Are kids out there having fun?
In 2017, the city said it implemented a toboggan hill inspection program. Oh my God. Under this program, city staff regularly inspect highly used toboggan hills, and signs are posted that outline the risk of tobogganing.
Can I tell you what happened? Oh God.
The inspector didn't want to inspect.
Oh God, we're gonna get in trouble. We're gonna get in so much trouble. You came up with an idea. The idea was, you know what? Let's inspect these, just make sure nothing's going on. Then someone had to do it, and then someone came back and said, I don't want to do that.
Yep. Send it to legal. See if we have some liability issues.
Oh, man.
Just tell them no.
We're going to get in trouble. Welcome to government, man. Welcome to government. One time we implemented a chalk, a bin of chalk.
Under a bridge was getting graffitied. So we threw a mailbox with some chalk.
With some chalk. So we had just this bridge that kept getting all this graffiti. So we're like, well, just throw some chalk down there. We're still going to get graffiti, but there will be instances of people that will just use the chalk. Turns out the chalk got used.
It was popular.
It was popular.
Too popular.
Too popular. Too popular. We ran out of chalk. We must discontinue the program of chalk because we don't have
because
chalk.
people like it too much.
People use the chalk.
People were having too much fun with the chalk.
People really liked this idea, but it's going to cost us money.
Yep.
It
It's
didn't
not
even
hardly
cost
any.
because we had a council member at the time who was buying chalk
Yep.
out of his own pocket and putting it in there.
Yep. And was willing to go put the chalk in himself. He said, every morning I'll go down and investigate the chalk situation.
Oh, he's going to investigate.
Well, an inspector, preacher, gardener, chalker.
Brad Bradford.
Brad Bradford. But no, we must remove the mailbox. And then eventually the mailbox ended up in the river, according to people involved.
Wonder how it got there.
Yeah.
People mad that there wasn't any chalk in it.
Oh, it's the little things, isn't it? It's the little things. Isn't that funny though, Gabe?
Yeah,
That's fun.
Weird how that worked out.
We must ban toboggans.
It is cold outside. I don't want to.
Yeah, I want to go and look at this hill.
Although I will say, inspecting sledding hills, it may be the worst job of all time.
Oh yeah, you did that with Big Sev for a winter.
You go up it one or two times and you're like, let's stop going up and down this hill. It's fun. Sledding is fun twice. it's the actual number. First time, we could do that better. Second time, accomplished doing it better. Third time, I don't want to go back up.
I'm stuck at the bottom of a hill now.
All right. Next.
A man crashed his car outside a Bass Pro Shop in Alabama,
He's probably looking for Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
stripped down to his birthday suit,
Yep.
and plunged into the giant aquarium inside the store.
Yep.
Turns out he has an innie.
What?
I saw the video of it.
I didn't know there was video.
The only thing I saw in this was the wife doing a video that I couldn't tell. She seemed
Well,
like
you guys know more about this than I do.
yeah, it seemed like she was laying it on thick. About you worry about your damn self. If a man wants to strip, actually, she referred to it as a pool. She said aquariums have something, tops or ledges or whatever. She said this is
lids,
is a pool. You will not say that it is not a pool.
This is the
I
wife of
accidentally
the
saw
guy.
like 5 seconds of the video. There was actually, his wife was like narrating, tell everybody else to mind their own damn business.
And again, it may have not even been his wife. The video I saw said it was his wife.
A loyal supporter.
A loyal supporter of this man. Anyways, continue with the story. So he parks outside. Hold on, does crash?
Yeah, it says he crashed his car outside a Bass Pro Shop in Alabama.
Stripped
Down to his birthday suit and plunged into the giant aquarium.
as is tradition.
As is, of course, the tradition.
The 42-year-old Alabama man did a cannonball
Oh yeah.
leap into the aquarium and then stood under a waterfall. He left the water to yell at 2 officers, then dove back into the aquarium.
You want to see it again? I hope he wasn't actually like mad yelling. I just want him to just have yelled anything. It doesn't even have to be,
Like cannonball, perhaps?
Yes. Fish, I'm assuming, right? Fish are in the aquarium. That's the whole reason why it's in there. It's a Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah. He faces several charges, including public lewdness, disorderly conduct, and my favorite, criminal mischief.
Mischief.
not just any mischief. Criminal mischief.
The man was in the water for about 5 minutes before officers arrived.
Oh,
that's a quick response time.
He'll say longer because the innie.
Yeah, it was shrinkage. That's how I saw the part of the video. I saw on Twitter, X, as it's called. I saw somebody say, shrinkage is trending. Don't look into it.
Oh, no.
I looked into it.
That water can't be that cold because it's not like it's fresh. It's just
it's got to be room temperature.
Yeah, it's been sitting in there forever. It's not like that's what the waterfall's for, I'm sure, to aerate. Can't be. They're not cycling that out by any means.
I don't know. I don't own a Bass Pro Shop.
And what do you do after that? Do you gotta
You pick up the Garth Brooks box set and you head home.
True story.
I think he meant the store.
Yeah, it was more
You drop a match.
from an employee standpoint.
Or you remove Garth Brooks from your shelves. Bringing all sorts of riffraff.
Yeah, it is pretty awesome though. I did like the comment that I saw from this person doing a video referring to it. It is not an aquarium. It is a pool. You have put a pool in the middle of your store, and of course he got naked and jumped in the pool. Worry about your damn self.
The distinction of a pool is the important part here, not the naked man yelling at the cops.
You have a pool. There's a 37% chance a naked man will end up in it at some point. It's shame on you. I don't care if you put a fish in there or not. At some point, a naked man will end up in your pool.
And it did.
And thus the story of Bass Pro Shops.
It's science.
It would be nice to have that. Like some places have cliff diving. It'd be nice if just like every hour on the hour, just Fat Bob comes out naked with his innie, jumps in the pool.
That would not be awesome.
Yeah.
It would
Disagree.
it would drum up business. Be like, hey,
Disagree.
Hey,
Absolutely disagree.
you guys been over to see Bob yet?
Yeah, who is going to the show?
You guys,
What kind of stores are you shopping at?
Yeah.
it's the same. It's the same
Costumes.
thing. Over this week, so we have the.
What type of costume would he be wearing?
Oh no, Bob has got. This is just the innie. Innie on full display. Over the weekend, we had the largest ice fishing contest in the world happens here in Brainerd, and over the weekend, some satire page on Facebook decided they were going to make a thing that said it was canceled. Mm-hmm. And so right away, I wake up in the morning and I've got a message as the mayor that says, "Is it really canceled?" And of course, I said, "No, they don't even make that decision until like the week of, because it's about ice conditions is really the only thing." So people were just flipping out the whole time about how this, this fake thing has created this buzz about how it's canceled. And I sent a message to your brother saying, "Hey, you might want to get ahead of this." And he said, "Hey, this is good publicity.
No news is bad news.
No news is bad news. Naked Bob is bad news."
You don't want naked. You want naked Bob.
I don't want naked Bob.
You just think other people do.
We have only talked about Bass Pro Shops twice, and one was Garth Brooks, which I support. The other was a naked fat guy. I'm telling you.
That you want to be a recurring
Yeah,
bit.
that you want to happen over and over and over again.
I'm not saying that it should. I'm saying here's the deal. If you're in there And there's a time.
You literally said
It's like
I want.
you should run it. You should run it like WrestleMania. There should be a countdown clock.
Who's coming out?
Is it sexy ladies?
It's the Repo Man.
Or is it the Repo Man? And you got to be there to find out if you got bobbed. What about Bob?
Not going to be.
You guys, come on. You guys are missing a golden opportunity for marketing here. So, all right. Well, yeah, he was arrested for criminal mischief, which what's the penalty for criminal mischief? 30 days? Can't be much.
Criminal mischief? It's probably just a fine.
Yeah. Like a maximum.
What kind of
30
mischief
days.
is it?
Well, here's the deal. Mischief.
This is one of those catch-all penalties.
Well, there's a cap at mischief.
Well, he got disorderly conduct and criminal mischief,
Yeah.
which could be anything.
Yeah. Well, in this case, it was very specific, but
It was definitely criminal mischief going on.
all right.
I'm guessing the lewdness is the most punishable.
Oh yeah, no, your wang out. That's the one you're going to get it for. But it is a weird stackable offense, right? You got the lewd, but you had to throw in the criminal mischief as well. Like just stack it out. You can't just have one penalty or one thing you're on track. Tell you what, we'll drop the criminal mischief if you admit to having your wang out, or in this case.
Yeah.
That everybody in the world has now seen.
Oh yeah, that's unfortunate.
Then I saw
Did we hear the guy?
a still shot. I don't know because I only watched like a few seconds. Like nope. But then I saw a freeze frame of him laying on the floor outside of the aquarium afterwards. Just a blob of messiness.
Like a wet towel.
A blob of Bob.
Blob of Bob. Lovely.
Oh, no.
There's the title.
Well, we talked about it.
There's the
There's the
title.
title. Blob of Bob. Oh, man.
Revenge. Are you trying to seduce me?
Yeah. Well, do you got one more? Or is that the last one?
I got
okay.
one more.
All right. Let's do one more. Next.
A customer has filed a negligence lawsuit against Dunkin,
Okay.
claiming he was injured by an exploding toilet at one of the coffee chain's locations in Central Florida.
This guy deserves what he gets.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, most of the time it's the other way around.
Sounds like criminal mischief
Most of the time people are blowing up the toilet
at the coffee shop.
at Dunkin' specifically. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he's seeking more than $100,000
Whoa.
in a lawsuit filed Wednesday in state court in Orlando, claiming he suffered severe and long-term injuries following the explosion of a toilet in the men's room of a Dunkin'.
He got an enema.
Yeah, that was a bidet. Emotional harm.
Help!
After the explosion left him covered in human feces, urine, and debris.
It's poop again.
Well, poop again. Is it your own poop?
Doesn't matter.
Does it matter?
No, you are depositing it in the correct spot.
I did not hit return to sender. Depositing in the right spot. Ugh. Okay, yeah. I support, but 100,000 seems excessive.
It's Dunkin'. It's
Yeah.
It's a rounding error.
Oh, yeah, sure. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, after the explosion, he walked out of the men's room seeking help from workers and the store's manager, according to the lawsuit.
Nope, you stay inside.
You're covered in feces, sir.
I'm sorry, sir. Get out. Sir, you can't be in here covered in shit.
You're scaring the customers.
If only they had an aquarium, he could jump in, clean himself up.
Yeah, I don't think you come out. I think you shout.
They just like walk up to the counter, like, hey, I need a coffee and this.
Yeah.
All this.
Does anyone have a towel?
What the hell would you do?
I don't know. I think maybe I don't come out. I don't come out of the bathroom. Unless I know that if I'm the only customer, maybe. But I ain't coming out with like a chunk of turd hanging from my hand. That ain't happening.
I mean, it says the toilet exploded, so
Well-
it's gonna be covered in everything.
I don't know. But you can't. I mean, you ask for assistance, right? You put your pants back on first. That's step one, sir. Yeah, step one. But you ask for assistance. I don't know. You don't come, doing the wet shoe out to the countertop.
Check, please.
An employee told him that they were aware of the, quote, problem with the toilet.
Well, there's your mistake
Since
right
there had been previous incidents, the lawsuit says, without diving into further
It
details
regularly explodes.
about the explosion.
So it's like an air bubble backup, Well, we used to have that. So our dad took the toilet out of our bathroom in our basement at my parents' house because it used to bubble. It'd bubble up. And
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? So downstairs in his house still, there's a shower and a sink, but there's no toilet anymore because it was too level with the septic.
Oh, it's the gravity wasn't.
Yeah, so the gravity, every once in a while you'd get an air bubble, and it wasn't bad, but it spritz a little water up on the seat or something. So I get the concept, but the explosion sounds like excessive. And I think if I worked at a place that had an exploding toilet, I wouldn't work at a place at all anymore. Like one time the toilet explodes and you go, let's get that fixed.
Right. If you go to the bathroom,
Yes.
you are at risk of being covered in human feces.
Why would you? You're going to put yourself in front of a ticking turd bomb?
Nice. That's a good one.
You're going to do that?
That's a really good one. I like that. That might be the episode name instead. Ticking turd bomb.
You're going to do that? Because what are you, going to work and then just never using the bathroom? And not only that, but it's Dunkin'. So there's a chain of command. And unless you're at the tippy top, there will be a point where you are the one cleaning up the toilet, for sure.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. The employees are cleaning that shit.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I would not.
No. One time, then you go, hey, got to get that fixed. And then you go back and you say, hey, it hasn't happened again, but can we get that fixed? And then it happens again, and you just fold up your apron, take off your little hat, set it down, and go, hey, look, that's all on you guys. When Bob comes in and gets a water blast up his rear end and has to go run to Bass Pro Shops, I'm not going to be here.
Being
Yeah.
that it regularly happened, this guy should be asking for a hell of a lot more than $100,000.
Yeah, I thought 100,000 was
Yeah.
That's like a poor person
quite low.
ask.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Once they've admitted, even if it's a low-line employee that admitted.
They were aware of the, quote, problem with the toilet. So they knew it was a thing. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the lawsuit says that he suffered bodily injury and has required mental health care and counseling since the incident.
Oh, he took a little bit of, he got
Tell
an
me where
enema.
the shit.
Well, he got a little blast. That happened.
When contacted Thursday by email for more details on his injuries, his attorney said he was tied up and couldn't answer the questions until the following day. Tied up.
Yeah. Hopefully he's dry. How do you go about the rest of your day? Because you got to go home and shower. But how do you?
I'd go to a motel and shower.
Yeah. How do you get home? I would too. I would scan.
Call an Uber.
There you go. I was gonna say I would scan immediately to figure out like, okay, there's either a hotel or there's something, because I am not getting in my own vehicle. That's not happening.
And if I do, it's going straight through the front door of Bass Pro Shops.
And I'm getting naked and jumping in the aquarium. This is what happened. It's probably the same guy.
It probably is the same guy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's enough of that. Good stories. We had the one. It looks like we've run out of time. So do we want to just real quick mention what it was?
Is it a story or is it a product?
It's a product. Do you want me to go real quick, or do you?
Yeah, go for it. You know more about it than I do.
So, I don't know anything about it. All I know is that last night Callie came into my office while I was editing video, and she's laughing, and typically that means she's going to show me something gross. And she just goes, look at this ad that I just had on Facebook. And she turns her phone around, and it is called the Drip Stick. Not a dipstick, a drip stick. And there's a little video of a person holding a Twinkie And first they shoot some Ready Whip inside of the Twinkie, and then they insert some kind of device and twist it and pull it back out. And it is for removing semen from a spent vagina.
Oh, what? I thought it was for
Your
getting
fiance
it off.
got that ad served to her?
Yep. Yep. It's called the drip stick.
I thought it was called the cum sponge.
Well, it is a cum sponge. Did you see what their tagline is, though?
Drip stick, the cum sponge. Designed to absorb excess cum after sex. Eliminates post-sex drippy discomfort. Soft medical grade sponge. Do they have a, what'd you say, tagline?
Yeah, in the photo that I sent you.
Take the mess out of messing around.
Oh, God.
That's not the one that I remember, but okay. All I know is that she shows me this thing, and I'm like, and I couldn't fathom what was happening. I'm like, what are you showing me?
Okay, so it's like a tampon. I only saw the little picture. I thought the Twinkie was the thing. I thought it was going to clean the shit off your dick. Like, you get up afterwards, you go take a piss.
That's a great idea.
And then you gotta wipe it. Yeah. And then you're ready to go for round 2.
Oh no. Gross, people, gross. All I know, that was on her Facebook. It was the
Well, congratulations.
Awkward Essentials.
Awkward Essentials is the website, and then the drip stick. And you just
Ooh.
That tells me your loads are huge, so congratulations.
oh yeah, what has she been searching?
Become or what?
Man, okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's enough of that.
Take 10% off your first order with code Come On In.
That's what it was.
That's what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. Come on in was the tagline I was looking for. Come on in. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks, Scotty.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you to Gabriel Johnson.
Thank you, Dave.
And we will be back next week. Bill Satry is coming back. We will be drafting, and we're going to draft our favorite candy snacks.
Candy snacks?
Candy snacks.
I will throw something every time somebody drafts something flavored by coconut.
Me too.
Well, and
I'll join you in
that's
that.
why Bill's coming. So that should be a lot of fun. We're coming up on beginning of the year, and of course, if you got kids, candy. So, but I think it's fun to let's talk about what's the best, and not just candy bars, because those are very specific. And I think candy bars get into kind of a personal preference a little bit. Mm-hmm. There's a lot
What kind of nougat do you like?
That's just it. A lot of little variations. But candy in general, because there's a big difference from a Peachio, peach ring, to a Snickers. Big difference. So we'll be drafting that next week. And then, of course, we're right back at it. We're going to be getting back into the Be Kind Rewind 1999 this time around.
Okay.
And then I just spoke with Kevin Yeager, and he's all set to come back for the 1990 movie wrap-up, where we're going to do the entire decade and maybe get into a little bit more sappiness, a little bit more in-depth analysis of some movies, instead of just talking mad about the Leprechaun and Robin, or Batman and Robin. All right, so stay tuned for that. Thank you, Scotty.
Yes.
Thank you, Gabe.
Thanks again, Dave.
And thank you, the listener. And with that, we're done. So I just want to say that last time I said, and with that, stay tuned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Last episode I did stay tuned, which was off the other podcasts that I was doing for a while for the city. Really weird because it's never happened.
No.
And then all of a sudden out of nowhere it was a stay tuned. So
I thought that was weird as well. Ticking turd bomb, by the way.
yeah.
Bravo.
That's dynamite.
Bravo.
I was a little worried. I was up late last night editing. I was a little worried that I wasn't going to get going. The brain wasn't firing quite right. But you start talking about poop, and I'm there. I'm there.
If we never stop talking about it, it just flows.
Well, in this case, it doesn't just flow. It blows right back up your bunghole.
Please.